Okay, so the book that I want to talk about today is it's called The Lost Village by Camilla Sten, and I'll put it right here. Um, and what it's about is that it's about a filmmaker, like a documentary maker, and her team. They go to a I think it's Swedish, it's Scandinavian, village, and that's like been abandoned a long time, but like it's like a ghost town. And they're trying to figure out why it, and you know, spooky things happen, and it's like, oh, are they alone there or are they not? And it's very the vibes, without giving anything away, is very like um Blair Witch Mystery meets like the Scandinavian countryside. And so so like I was here for that vibe. I wanted that. And I was really into it because there was what it reminds me of, or what it reminded me of when I was reading the description, is how much I really enjoy The Ritual by Adam Neville, and that is also in the Scandinavian woods. So I was all over it. I was like, yes, give me the woods, give me Scandinavia. I need it. It's perfect. And so that's what The Lost Village is. And it's influential to me because maybe it started out being like reminiscent of The Ritual, which is, if I haven't talked about it yet, I probably I will talk about it, because I really like, I refer back to that one. I think about it a lot when I recommend books. I bring it up. I don't recommend this one as often, and it's not because it's a bad book. It's that it has very mixed reviews, and I don't recommend it because, I don't recommend it often because it doesn't occur to me in like a recommendation kind of way. It occurs to me in like a I really enjoyed this, and I like thinking about it, and I like reflecting on why it's good. But I also don't know if it's like a good rec for people that I like don't know that well. And that's who I kind of rec books now. I don't have like a big IRL friend group anymore, and when I did, they weren't big readers. So like I'm keeping the little curly thing because this is the closest I'm ever gonna get to like the V cut bangs that like Dracula. I want them so bad, but every time I ask for them at like salons and stuff, they won't do it. And it's probably a pain in the butt. But this is the closest it's ever gonna be. So unless I can really convince somebody to do it for me in the future, but for right now, this is the closest it's ever gonna be. So I can just keep playing with it. Technically, I don't know if it looks good, okay? So it could look horrid, and I keep playing with it. Doesn't matter. I got off topic. Why do I do this? Okay, yeah. So, The Lost Village by Camilla Sten. Oh, it's so good. There's scenes in it that just stand out to me. It's the scenery and the, one second. There's like a dread buildup too that I just absolutely love, especially when you're in this spot in the story where you're thinking that the spooky stuff is just people who are still there, maybe a singular person who's just there, and like the dread builds because like you kind of think, is it them? Is it really going to be that simple? And then you think, nah. There's too much left, and there's too many questions. It can't just be this person. And then the flashbacks to when the town was like thriving. Oh, I loved those. Those were amazing. No, I think about this book a lot, and that's why it's influential to me, because I think about it as being good, and I try to analyze why I feel like it's good. And part of the reason is because I feel like it's just really authentic. I don't know if it's authentic to, like, the Scandinavian experience. I wouldn't know that. Like, I don't know if it's traditionally authentic or anything like that. What I feel is authentic is, like, the emotional range of the characters, but the history flashbacks are what, like, really, excuse me, are what really drive it home for me. It's the mix of nostalgia with the mix of anticipation and, like, the dreariness that comes from knowing something is thriving now and knowing it won't thrive forever, and knowing that it's so different now, that everything it used to be, everything that you're seeing that made it the thriving, kind of beautiful place that it was, is gone. And I feel like I get that. I feel like that's on, like, authentic. Like, I feel like I feel that because, like, some of the more stable places in my childhood, almost all of them are gone, or they're outside of the family. They don't look the same anymore. It's just gone. And, like, the last little pieces of it are, like, dwindling away, and each year it feels like another little piece has been, like, clipped off of it, another piece has been destroyed, another piece has been taken away, and all I have is the memories. And I know that's just a product of, like, getting older. Like, no place is gonna stay the same. Like, that's just how it is. And I wasn't expecting that, but to see it in the places where where my family was the most stable, was jarring for me. And I got to read this book around that time. Particularly that, like, I read this around the time that my family's old farmhouse, my grandma's old place, somebody committed arson, and it was derelict. We don't live in that town anymore. We've spread out across the country. My grandma doesn't live in that town anymore because she had to go into senior living. She lives with us a little, like, part of the year. So she's not even in that town anymore. So it was derelict, and we should, like, and I had unrealistic dreams of, like, reclaiming the space, but somebody came along and burned it down. Like, they committed arson. They burned down an old building because they thought, because it was physically, I guess, kind of harmless, but, like, that's, like, a piece of my family, another piece of my family that's been there for longer than I've been alive. Much, much longer than I've been alive. It's gone. It's gone now. And I read this book around that time, so, like, it felt so real to remember and to feel how a place used to be, and then to know and to see how ruined it is now. So, like, I connected with it on, like, a very personal level. I don't know how many people would think it's a great book. It's got mixed reviews, but I would check it out. Check it out if it sounds good. Yeah.